do like a little nothing update at the moment. You can probably see that I've got Pluto TV on behind me. This is actually the TV monitor that belongs to my oldest computer, and it's also a smart TV. This is actually the haunted TV that I had in my video a couple months ago. The off button doesn't work on it anymore. I will turn this thing off and it automatically turns itself back on, and then it asks me to log into like a million different apps. So I just set it to Pluto, and every time it pops on now, I immediately put the Sailor Moon channel on, not just because I like Sailor Moon, but because if you're going to scare me in the middle of the night and disrupt my sleep, you're getting Sailor Moon. That's your punishment. I will punish you. So that's kind of why I do that. So, little minor nothing update, if you will. I intended to update Moon Sisters because tomorrow is Usagi's birthday. Happy birthday, girl! Well, we've been having some bad thunderstorms, and I don't know if you've been following the news or not, but I live in Michigan City, Indiana. The whole Chicagoland area is just nothing but toxic smog. So, we've had some electrical issues because of the thunderstorms. We've got a lull period going on right now, which is why Spooky TV is back on. And as long as we have thunderstorms, I can't really update the website too much. I did make a minor update. I didn't update the updates page on Moon Sisters, though, but I did update a little bit. So the battle record now has a section for Sailor Moon Cosmos, and I changed up a little bit for the Sailor Moon Eternal page here and there. I'm slowly but surely adding some more content to the battle record, and that's pretty much where we start having like funky stuff go on with the lights. So until I get that resolved, this is like the third year in a row now, my annual Isagi's birthday update for Moon Sisters will be postponed. It sucks. I was really hoping to have a lot more content, but I need the electricity to stay on or the computer no work. If I could get some solar panels on this property, that would be cool, but not happening at the moment, so I'm kind of stuck. Off topic, I don't know if you can see it too well in the camera. Let me adjust the magic stick there. Alright, this is actually one of my favorite episodes of Sailor Moon S playing right now. I love this episode so much. I have it on like 4 different VHS tapes. So I taped it from Cartoon Network. I have a copy edited on VHS. I've got a copy uncensored dubbed on VHS, which is kind of misnomer because it's still the Cloverway edited dub, but they stopped editing the visuals. And then I have it on uncensored, uncut sub on VHS. And then, of course, I've got the DVDs. So, little random nothing trivia there. And as you can see, I'm working on my next Sailor Moon office. If you follow my Codename Sailor Earth page on Facebook, I have like a gallery somewhere on there. I don't know where Facebook put it, but it's up there under photos. I have a gallery of like little mini Sailor Moon offices I've built and unbuilt and rebuilt over the years. This is going to be like my latest one. Let's see if this wants to turn on today. Do I have the thingy turned on? I don't know. There we go. I've got like little lights that I'm setting up. You may have seen some of my room lights in the Spooky TV video, but that's kind of what I'm playing with right now. Like, you probably can't tell, but I did get a galaxy light, and you can't really see it at all in the video. But when it's lit up on my wall, it makes like, it looks like the cauldron. It looks like Sagittarius Zero Star from the manga. So I just had to spend the $5 to get it. I've got some of my figures unpacked. I haven't unpacked all of them. I moved last year and it's been over a year. I'm still unpacking. It's really obnoxious. But I have some stuff like the, let me set it up. Here we go. I have like a little pocket Elysian that I made. Sort of, woo, there we go. Just like the TV show. And then like I glued some gems and some glitter grass down, and I have a little itty bitty teeny weeny Pegasus that I made. So I have that. by the computer and Tubulus is on it. I'm still trying to find who drew this so I can credit them in that one video I made. And the pop just came off, so I gotta glue that again. If anybody knows who drew that, let me know in the comments so I can credit them properly, because that's been driving me up a wall. But anyway, yeah, the Moon Sisters update for this year, it's gonna be a little bit postponed, so part of it is on the website now. Like I said, I did not update the update section yet, because there's more content I'm supposed to be putting up. But the battle record now has Sailor Moon Cosmos up. I put up some random trivia there for Cosmos and for Sailor Moon Eternal, so that flows a little bit better now. I'm still trying to find time with the electricity going on from the storms so I can review the movies, or at least the Eternal movies, because of course Cosmos isn't out legally. But like, I want to eventually have like the Eternal movie reviews on there, so hang tight on that one. Also working on a review page for the Tune Maker Sailor Moon. I am a little bit more than halfway done. That should have been done a year ago. All the things happened, but I'm getting there. And then I can turn some of these off now because they're running on AA batteries, so I can like save battery power. There we go. Let's see, there's another thing I want. Oh yeah, the other thing I wanted to update you folks on. I think it was a couple months ago I did a video. I was asking you all for your input on what I should do with t-shirts, because I ran into a big fat ugly problem involving TeePublic and Redbubble, where they suddenly wanted to charge an arm and a leg out of the royalties that I'm already not really getting off of the t-shirts. So I will post a link when I'm done filming this video to an article that I found from Medium that clarifies the entire mess. So the good news is that TeePublic and Redbubble are not going to be charging me every single month. So I think they decided to walk that back after they sent out some really fugly emails. So that's good. The bad news is my royalty still pretty well stinks, but having $2 to $4 is better than zero, am I right? So for right now, I'm going to go back to using TeePublic, and I don't know about Redbubble because I've noticed some stolen artwork on Redbubble lately. I kind of don't want to be involved. I know Redbubble owns TeePublic too, but it seems like it's a little bit better on TeePublic. Some folks have told me the quality's a little bit better. For right now, I guess I'll stick with TeePublic. But if you folks know of any other t-shirt print-on-demand websites that I could go through that maybe have a better royalty, you know, maybe a lot less is going to be taken out, I'm all ears. I'm absolutely all ears. Printify is kind of going through some legal stuff right now in Canada, so I'm not even going to entertain that. So that was the other thing I wanted to update you folks on, and I will later on today re-edit that old video to put the link that I'm going to put in this video into that video's description to just try and make a little more sense out of it. So with that said, I am going to be putting up some new t-shirts on TeePublic very, very soon, and I'm actually wearing one of them. This is, of course, for Kichan Demon Hunter. I drew this whole thing myself and colored it all myself. I don't use AI art. Oh, hi, Autumn Berlin. Oh, thank you. Glad you like the shorts. So yeah, this is a new version of this is going to be on TeePublic in higher quality. This is the version that's currently for sale on Redbubble. And I've washed it twice now. I washed it once in cold water and then again in warm water, and the ink didn't fade, nothing chipped. They did a really good job printing it onto the cotton, and it's natural cotton. So it's on Redbubble, but a new version will be on TeePublic really soon. I think I will be doing some new Sailor Moon-ish shirts for TeePublic. I'm just kind of toying with what I want to put up next. Let's see. Do you know how to live stream and share your screen at the same time? Actually, I don't. I kind of feel a little sheepish about that. I think this might be my second ever live video for YouTube. So, yeah, I'm still learning. I did see a feature where you could do like a joint stream now on YouTube with a friend. And I might do something like that in the future. I just don't know like who would want to do that. Oh, hi Ray Rose. So yeah, the Moon Sisters updates, I've got the battle record partially done, and I will be adding more content, just I've had some issues with electricity because of the thunderstorms. We actually have another one starting right now. You probably can't see the lightning that just flickered through the window, which I'll turn this around so you can see my other part of my office here. It's a mess, I know. I'm actually using this old wall scroll as a curtain for right now. I've got some lights that I want to put up pretty soon that my husband picked out. This needs new batteries, so that's why I don't have my cloud light or my unicorn light on yet. And I need to get a new USB plug for my Sailor Moon light, so that's next. So yeah, that's the other reason why a lot of the updates are kind of postponed. I had a lot of real life stuff happen, and I'm redecorating my whole office area. And with that being said, since a lot of the stuff for Moon Sisters is kind of postponed until the electricity gets figured out, one other thing I'll be working on, because I owe it to you folks, is I will be doing more unboxing videos. I've got one other special, well actually, you can't see it on camera because it's a surprise, but I've got 4 other that need to be unboxed pretty soon. 2 are dolls, and 2 are items I never thought I was ever going to own. I had not even contemplated owning them, but I have them now. One's going to require some special equipment. So this upcoming week I'm going to be doing a lot more Collection Earth videos, so look forward to some new content, because I've got a lot of Sailor Moon stuff to talk about. Let's see. That wall scroll is so sick. Oh, thank you. It was actually damaged when I got it. I just got, like, new bars for it. I'm going to have to replace the bars again because I got the wrong size. Let's see. Oh, hey. Hi, Mabook. I hope I said your name right. I apologize if I didn't. Hello there, Miss Sailor Earth. I've been watching your content for years. Since elementary school, honestly. Oh, my goodness. I must be a million years old. I'm very proud to see how far you've come. Congratulations. Oh, thank you. That's so sweet. You know, I'm really floored when folks tell me that they grew up with Moon Sisters and they grew up with my content, because I gotta tell you folks the truth. When I started Moon Sisters back in 2005, I didn't think it was going to be popular. Because, you know, the main topic is, of course, Chibiusa and Kousagi. At the time, the Deke dub episodes and movies, well, Deke and Optimum, I should say, for the Sailor Moon, they had just been off of Cartoon Network for 1 year when Moon Sisters went live. A lot of people back then were still calling Chibiusa Rini, and Rini was not very popular. So when I started Moon Sisters, I didn't think it was going to, like, stick around this long or stay popular, so I'm really flattered when folks, like, are still, like, sticking with me. It means a lot to me. It means a whole lot to me when all of you are, like, still with me and, like, still checking out the videos and still checking on my website. There's actually a couple of YouTubers that I subscribe to because I'm also crazy about, like, Barbie dolls and fashion dolls in general, and I didn't realize one of the YouTubers I subscribe to, Darling Dolls, grew up with my website. So I had no idea he was already a fan of mine, and he followed me on Hub Pages, and I was like, I already follow you. So that was, like, really cool. It means a lot to me that people still follow my content after all this time. The other day, too, I had a old friend of mine message me. She used to role play with me on Gaia, which, if you've never checked out Gaia online, cute website, weird app, but it does work now. They did fix it. I used to do a lot of role-playing there. Brat Slip Logical. Babe, I used to watch you when I was like 10. Oh my god! Oh my god! How long ago could that have been? And were your parents aware that I dropped the F-bomb like a whole lot on my website? Because that was the other reason, too, why I was surprised to find that people grew up with my website. Because the first 2.5 years that Moon Sisters was live, it used to be on AOL Hometown through America Online. Long story. And I did from time to time get some flack from a lot of parents. They were like, how dare you use the F-bomb? How dare you swear on this website? And I was like, if you knew how many adult Sailor Moon fans there are who are like fantastically older than me, you'd scream. I always made content for the grown-ups. So when I find out that there's like kids who were on my website, I'm really floored by that, because I never thought about it. About 3 years ago, I was at a wrestling event for my husband, because I love pro wrestling. And somebody came up to my table and bought a copy of Kichan, and they said that they actually started going to Moon Sisters when it was new, when they were pregnant with their kid, and now their kid was in high school, and Sailor Moon had become one of those things that mom and child adored together. So now mom and son also liked Moon Sisters. And they were like printing up my old paper dolls that I still have on the goodies page. And they had like some of the little printouts that I have on the website that you can download. And I was really touched by that. Very glad that you're still around and kicking it. Especially since what I've noticed, most Sailor Moon toy YouTubers from that era fade away into obscurity and never post again. That always breaks my heart when that happens. If you go to the Linky Dinky Rinky Doos section of Moon Sisters, it's kind of like a graveyard for old Sailor Moon websites. I go through the internet web archive.org. The Internet Wayback Machine is what it's called. I go looking for old Sailor Moon websites on the regular basis, and every time a website goes away, I make them archive it, and then I put a link to that archive up so that whatever another fan had to post doesn't go away forever. A couple of my favorites that are on there are Sailor Moon Sanctuary, The Oracle, and the Chibi Moon Multiverse. If you want to have some fun, those are some sites to check out through there, and I'm really grateful archive.org saved them. Let's see, I used to swear as a kid and say, like, fucking bitch and whatnot, so haha. Never did that in front of my parents. That's probably a good idea. Only used to swear as a kid when I would play with my dolls. You know, believe it or not, I wasn't actually allowed to swear until I was 16. Like, my parents were very much, they swore in the house all the time, because I'm from the Chicagoland area. We have grandmas and grandpas who swear, so everybody cusses here, but my mom wanted me to learn, like, the rest of the vocabulary first, and then when I was 16, that was my birthday present. Happy birthday, you can say fuck. So, fuck, fuck, fucky, fuck, fuck. Now it's just natural to my vocabulary. I remember your Sweet Talking Ken video. I am about to replace the battery on Sweet Talking Ken. The battery just 2 weeks ago gave out. So that toy is such a good Ken doll that the batteries don't blow right away. I'm floored by that. That doll is really good on batteries. My Charatalk, Sailor Mercury, and Super Sailor Chibi Moon, they're really good on batteries. And I have a few Pokemon toys that were pretty good on batteries. I'm just now replacing batteries from, like, for Ken, what was that, like 10 years ago? So I'm just now replacing 10-year-old batteries. I think that's pretty darn good toy manufacturing there. I think the video might still be up, too. That was on my old crappy Vivitar camera. It was silver, it was like this big, it had like a little flip thing for the USB. It was a crappy camera, so thank you for hanging in there for that. Oh, there's a message held for review. What do we got here? Is YouTube gonna let me view it? Probably not. Do you have the Talking Raquel doll? I did not ever see the Talking Raquel doll at the stores in my area. I'm aware of her, but never saw one in person. The funny thing with my Barbie collecting, I was more heavy into it in the 90s, and then when I was a teenager, Barbie got really expensive. Like, the last Barbie I had, and I'm so sad I lost her in a flood. The last newer Barbie that I had for a while was the Happy Family Midge set. I had the first version with Midge and Alan and Ryan and little baby Nikki. And then I wanted to get the other set because they had another kid after that, a little girl, and they had like grandparents, and the dolls got expensive. So this was 2003. About that time, I had to start making smarter decisions with my allowance money. So I would just go to the stores that were about to discontinue Sailor Moon dolls, and I just bought the Sailor Moon dolls. And then I recently started buying Barbie dolls again, mostly for customs. I buy like the cheaper Barbies, and then like I did a video about this a while back. I'm actually going to do an update video because I made more of them. Sorry, that was my alarm. I make like little what if children for Chibiusa and Helios and Kousagi and Pearl or Peru, whichever version you want. And then I also make like other Sailor Guardians too. Like right now, I've got a doll set aside that I'm going to turn into a different version of Sailor Jupiter. Got her at the Goodwill. So I'm sort of getting back into Barbie collecting, and then sometimes I like to buy the Barbie dolls at the Goodwill and rehab them and make new dresses for them. So I'm just now getting back into it. Yes, that Midge is expensive. I used to have a lot of Midge dolls. I had the wedding Midge doll with Alan. I liked that version of Alan best, the 1991 one. And then I also had Barbie and the All-Stars Midge. She was sweet. She had like this sort of taupe colored hair, but it was crimped. And she had like these cute freckles and green eyes, and I miss her every day. Let's see. Absolutely loved your fan child, OC of Chibiusa and Helios. Ellis, yep, that was Ellis. Ellis is one of many. I love the fact that she had a dream mirror as a brooch instead of a regular locket. Yeah, I have an Ellis doll too that I made. I need to put her in a new video. Do a new Barbie collection video. I should. I've got a few Barbies I haven't unboxed, and I was gonna like keep them in RFB for a while, but one of my Barbies that I have is a Millennium. It was a doll that they did for the new Millennium, and we had a bad heat wave last year when I moved here, and the glue holding the box together with the plastic top, the glue has disintegrated and she fell out. So I'm gonna do a weird unboxing video for that one, but she's got like the most gorgeous dress. Midge dolls are generally quite pricey. Yes, and on the topic of Midge, there is a fellow I subscribe to, Beauty Inside a Box. If you haven't seen his videos, I highly recommend him. He just did, not that long ago, a whole retrospective on Midge dolls, from the very beginning all the way through to like Life in the Dream House. Let's see. Are you going to watch the live action Barbie movie? I plan to. I am a little worried about it, because some of the trailers remind me of Saturday Night Live sketches. I think the visuals are gorgeous. I want to live in that house. I saw the Airbnb thing everybody's talking about. I would love to live in that house. Some of the soundtrack's okay. I just recently put the Dua Lipa song on my Spotify playlist. I'm just like really concerned. I think the casting's great. I like Ryan Gosling as Ken because he looks like my old Hawaiian Beach Ken. Hawaiian Fun Ken, I should say. But I am kind of concerned because apparently it's going to be like PG-13. So I'm like, is this going to be like too adult? Where are we going with this? So yeah, I will be watching the film. I'm just like on the fence because I'm hoping it's going to be a good film. I'm worried that maybe it's going to be like, you know, what's the phrase I'm looking for? Definitely not adult, because I always play adult with my Barbies. I did when I was a kid anyway. Just, there was a scene involving Ken where he talks down to a female doctor, and that kind of bothered me. It was meant to be a joke. It's kind of harmless, but super misogynistic too, if that makes any sense. And I've always loved Ken, so I'm kind of just a little worried. Like, I was the weird girl that actually liked Ken when I was growing up. Like, that was kind of a no-no with some of the girls in my neighborhood, which is why I didn't have too many female friends when I was a kid. I'm worried that it's going to be a bit too dirty. With PG-13 rating, yeah, Will Ferrell's in it too, so I'll watch it, but I'm a little nervous. A little bit nervous. At some point, whenever you have time, you should do an updated Sailor Moon doll collection. Yeah, I should. When I moved here, 2 of my shelves broke, which is why you're not seeing, like, my wall of dolls behind me. Right now, they're kind of sitting in Rubbermaid totes. So I need to get 2 more shelves, and I need to do a big redecoration. And then I can do a new collection video, because I also want to do a new video on all the Q-Posket figures that I have, because I've done some individually, but now I really want to do them like a nice big video. I'm hoping to get more of those too. Let's see. I got a bit worried the moment Barbie said, "You ever think about dying?" Yeah, that was like Toy Story vibes. That was like major Toy Story vibes. Like when Forky is like trying to commit suicide for all of Toy Story 4, and then like there's another friend in the post credits that asks why they were born. I'm sorry, that's a little too much for me. You know, that's just a little I'm not ready for like a Barbie funeral with like a little pink casket and everything. Although, hate to say this, in the Chicagoland area, we have had some children who passed on, and some of them did have like a casket made special for them, and like Barbie and Hello Kitty. Really tough stuff. So that just brings back a bad memory for me. Probably like this guy here who's like freezing to death with Makoto. Yeah, okay, so like it is 5:10 Central Time where I'm at. I gotta run because my husband is getting off of work. So I gotta pick him up, and then we're gonna do dinner. And if the storms can let up for a minute, I'm hoping I can get something new from Moon Sisters up. If not, it's going to have to be a couple days. So I'm going to jump off of here and go tend to my husband and go tend to some other projects and maybe get started on some of my next Collection Earth videos just to get that out of the way. Oh, thank goodness. I'm glad I said your name correctly. If ever I say anybody's name wrong, correct me because I want to get it right. But anyway, thank you all for watching and checking up on me. I will see you folks soon.